Greetings, Kids at Hope Masters Institute and distinguished guests. My name is Brian Guilford, proud principal of South Mountain High School. At the beginning of the 2016-2017 school year, we embarked on a very important journey. A journey to fully implement the Kids at Hope mindset to our teachers, our staff, more importantly, our students, whom we believe are capable of success, no exceptions. As we transition to the 2017-2018 school year, we will have developed a fully viable and sustainable Kids at Hope curriculum that is especially relevant to students at the high school level. These instructional lessons will be modeled and delivered primarily during our advisory class every school day. We spent this school year accomplishing two things. Number one, developing a training schedule to train all of our teachers and staff in the Kids at Hope mindset. This required an aggressive training schedule with almost 200 teachers and staff on our campus. We set up a number of training cohorts to occur throughout the year, and those trainings were set up in 3.5-hour increments. And in those training experience, we spent the majority of that time introducing the Kids at Hope mindset. We also captured the 3 universal truths, along with other elements related to treasure hunting and the student pledge. Next year, we will create a Module 2 training experience where we spend some additional time reviewing the 3 universal truths and other concepts related to the 5 best practices, ACEs tracking, and some other important items related to the Kids at Hope mindset. Secondly, we needed to spend some time developing curriculum and an instructional progression to teach to our kids. Those lessons and that curriculum is just about finished, and we're excited to deliver that information to our students next school year.
So the Kids at Hope training was very insightful, very informative. Things that I learned and took away from it was that, we have to really get all of our teachers on board and really believe in all of our students. That's what the Kids at Hope framework is about, is believing in all of our students to get towards their goals. Big takeaways for me were the time traveling piece and being a treasure hunter. I really love the idea of being ACEs for our students and understanding our places in our students' lives. Kids at Hope really explains very well what is expected of a teacher and how we can then help our students be successful students and always let them know that they're welcome here at South.
I think the great thing about the training that we received for Kids at Hope was to really acknowledge the idea that as teachers we can be more than just teaching content, that a large portion of what we do is about inspiring and finding ways to support students. I think the whole concept of being an ACE for a student and really being able to fill one of the needs they have there, and not every teacher is going to fill all of those needs, and you might fill different needs for different students, and I think that's really the neat part that came to me. We know we're going to be here to teach content, but what we can do to help students grow and feel nurtured and supported helps them learn all content and also helps them develop into the adults we hope that they'll be.
I thought the Kids at Hope training was a good good experience for me. I felt like it gave me an opportunity to see education in a different light, to believe that all kids have the capability to do so wasn't really in my mindset, but now after going through that training, it put that in my head, and so now I can reflect on that and approach the way I teach and the way that I handle youth more appropriately. We got to iron out some things as far as what's going on in our school, how people in respect to learning, as far as teachers and staff, how they view the Kids at Hope and kids in general. And so, as a teacher, I will build from that because it set up really gets a really solid foundation for me.
Okay, when you feel proud of yourself for something. Okay, when you've accomplished something, when you've learned something new. Remember, there's 3 different types. Personal success, which is the success that you see for yourself. When you think about you being successful, your personal success is what that means to you. Organizational success, that's what other people see for your success. Your parents, your teachers, all of that good stuff. And cultural success, which incorporates those 4 things we talk about in time travel. We're going to review those in just a second. Okay? So there are 3 universal truths. We've talked about all 3 of them. All 3 of them are going to be included in your final project. So what is the first one?
We believe.
Louder.
We believe.
More people. We believe. We believe. Okay? We believe. We connect.
We time
We
travel.
time travel. Good. Okay, so let's go with we believe. What do we believe?
That we can succeed.
The what?
We can succeed.
We can succeed. We believe that all youth are capable of success. No exceptions. No exceptions. You're not an exception. You're not an exception. There's no exceptions. You are all capable of success.
It made me realize that I should be more focused on my future, and that is very important to my life. It will help the students be more focused on their futures and encourage them to want to go to college and, you know, have a career and a dream. It gives us steps and it helps us like know what steps to take, and it gives you confidence and it boosts up your confidence to know that you'll be able to achieve any goal that you set.
It helps me realize that like any kid is capable of success and achieving their goals between their life and their adulthood. It will help South Mountain by letting kids know that they could achieve a future that they want to and have success in their life. The best thing about this program is letting the kids know about the future, like time travel to their future from the present. So letting them know what they want to do in their life and how they want to do it and who is going to be there with them. I could achieve anything that I want to as long as I put my mind to it. If I want to become like a doctor, then I could become one. If I want to become a boxer, then I could become one. As you got to think that you could succeed, and you will.
So at South Mountain, we've been real intentional about our approach to some cultural changes through the Kids at Hope framework. We worked very hard to create a progression of trainings for our staff, starting with our freshman house. So we began our journey last year with teachers that would be working with our freshman students, understanding that that is a very foundational year for students as they make that transition from the middle school level to the high school level. And wanting to create an environment for them where the Kids at Hope framework is at the forefront for those students. So we started this journey last year at the Masters Institute, and we were really selective in choosing teachers that we thought we could leverage their skills of belief, their ability to believe in students, connect with students, and help them time travel starting last year. At that Masters Institute, we also talked about how do we start this journey? How do we plant the seeds for hope and begin to create some cultural shifts here at South Mountain? From there, we looked at our leaders on campus, those instructional leaders, those people that are already anointed as leadership, and we brought them on board and went through training with Module 1. And again, we wanted to make sure those people that are at the forefront and are helping create the culture here and shape the culture had the universal truths of Kids at Hope as part of their belief system and understanding. Those trainings were really great because it helped us to understand how Kids at Hope and the universal truths fit into the already existing culture of South Mountain and how we connect with our students. So I wish you the best of luck on your Kids at Hope journey, and we're going to continue to work hard for our students here in South Phoenix, which is one of the areas that continues to need hope and connectedness from the adults that work in this community.